15 hours of the whole game of The Last of Us 2, and only 6 hours of it somehow
Great.
recorded, which is kind of weird. I don't know why. I apologize. Each and every one of you. I was wondering why there was nobody watching because it wasn't recording for 7 hours. Recorded 6 hours and whatever it was, and then it stopped. I don't know why, so I have to look into that. But anyway, we're going to play more Return right now for a little while, and then probably get some sleep soon because okay, it's not that late, but I don't want to be really going to bed too late tonight. I think we'll go down the bottom. We've got Ellie with her skin we had before the game got corrupted. I hope that never happens again because that would be a nightmare. Oh, we're looking down the bottom, so we're going to have to go down the bottom. Okay, here we go. Today being the 3rd of June 2026. It's hard to believe it's the 3rd of June, like almost a week into June already. Like, it's crazy. Okay, it's not quite a week into June, but it will be soon. So, oh yes, Philip. Sorry. Yes, much better. Thank you, bro. Yeah, yeah. It wasn't really my tooth. It was probably more my gums. It was like teeth that got out ages ago. Thank you, like, for caring, man. That means a lot to me, Philip. Thank you. Me and you, though, should definitely have a chat and party chat. I know you're a private person, bro, and I understand that. I'm very private, but I do like to talk to people in party chat, because you're literally only a stone's throw away from me. Like, I could literally, not at the moment, because I can't afford it, because all my finances are tied up in other stuff, but I could literally, when I can afford it, I could literally get a ferry over to your country and meet you in your country. I know. Don't worry, I'm not a, you know what I mean? But I could. Thank you. This means a lot to me for your support, It really does. It means so much to me. And not just you, but so many people, but you're just so supportive, like, and so kind towards me, bro. That just means a lot to me, man. Like, you're a legend, like, whoever you are, like, I know you're Philip Carroll, you're just a legend, like, and I've actually been to Wales before. The only part I didn't like, no offence, and I hope you don't take any offence to this, is Holyhead, but I've been to Chester. Chester's probably one of my favourite parts of Wales. It's just beautiful, that part of Wales is just such a beautiful area, And like I said, I've just started the stream. I am a late night now, like yourself, Philip, and it's just great to have you here. We've been in Ireland before, nice, bro. What part of Ireland have you been in before, man? I've been all over the UK. I've been to Scotland, I've been to UK as well, like basically the majority of parts of the UK, Manchester, Liverpool, London, places like that, bro, The only reason why you're not hearing the music in the Last of Us game and the No Return game is because of the show, because it gets copyrighted. So it'll be another while before that all dies down and before they let people play the music in the game again. Dublin, nice. Okay, I don't live in Dublin. I'm from Dublin. I live outside Dublin, bro. Nice car like that. I don't like Dublin, to be honest with you, Carl. Apart from the part I used to live in, and the part I used to hang around. But the majority of parts of Dublin I just don't like. It's just dangerous, like people are just, you know what I mean? There's bad things happening to people all the time, and it's not, sometimes they're just in the wrong place at the wrong time, but it's horrific. It happens in Dublin all the time, man. I'm telling you. And that's why I don't like it, And I don't want to say exactly what happened to them in this country, and it's not just tourists, it can happen to anybody. It can happen anywhere, in any country. I went to school for 25 years ago. Wow, okay. Wow, nice. Oh, I left school. God, you're talking probably 30 odd years ago more, 1990. 1990, yeah, 1990. I was just thinking of the date there for a second. I was like, yeah. So it's 35 years ago when I left school, bro. So I am a little bit, probably a lot older than you, bro. So, wow. Okay. Fair play to you for going to Dublin on a school trip 25 years ago. Back in the year 2000. Wow. God, in the year 2000, I was working away, in the shop. And then I moved from where I was living before to where I'm living now. At the end of the day, bro, I don't really want to scout down to a person I don't really know, bro. So I would just say I'm middle-aged. I'm not too old, I'm not too young. But like I said, if you figure it out that I finished school in 1990, you can kind of figure out my age, you know. But like I said, I don't really want to disclose that to a person I've never met in my life, It'd be kind of weird if I was to kind of go, oh, I see you're right, no problemo. No, but eventually I will, like, bro, I trust you, Philip, I think you're a decent skin. Like, you're a very honest person, and I like honest people. Honest people deserve to be in my life. I know, I mean, you'll probably never meet, but you never know, you know. But I just think you're very honest. You're a very honest and loyal person, and I like that. You're very loyal to me, and you're very loyal to my channel, and you're very loyal to my health and all that, and that means a lot to me. My thing really, really. I think just plenty of sleep helps. My tooth situation, like I said, not that my teeth are rotten, they're far from that because I just got all my wisdom teeth out and then a few cracked teeth here and there, and that was it really. So I have probably 26, 27, 28 of my teeth left in my head, so and hopefully not have them in my head for the rest of my life, please God. I do need to probably, get the odd few cracked ones taken out and then just you know, get the rest of them sorted, and it won't be abroad. I've read so many of you reviews, people going abroad for dental treatment and other stuff, and it's just dangerous. So I definitely will not be going abroad for dental treatment because it's just too dangerous. I was thinking about it for a long, long time. I was looking into it, but then I said no. And any other treatment that I need, I won't be going abroad for. It'll be in this country before I move abroad. But I won't be getting any treatment of any sort at all because it's just too dangerous. You just, you don't know really what you're getting. Like, I was thinking of, going to Turkey, but I'll probably still go there, maybe on holiday, but I don't think I'll ever be getting treatment in that country, though. Just don't think so, bro, I think it's just, extremely dangerous, I value my life, I want to live a long, long, long time, No, it's not hygiene, bro. It's just, I've heard, like, reviews of people getting treatment and they've died and stuff, and I don't want to die. I'm sorry, I don't. I've my whole life to live, I've got to think of the love of my life, and I've got to think of my own life too, and all that stuff, and hopefully my future kids, that's what I want. I don't want to, put my family through any more heartache, I mean, as you know, you seem to be getting to know me over the last couple of months and weeks, Philip. I've lost so many people, lost friends and all, and girlfriends and all too. Mind you, the girl that had passed away, I wasn't with her, but I was with her for 6 years. And she passed away in 2019. And then another friend of mine that I worked with for over 10 years in a job that I had before COVID came along. Yeah, no, I just wouldn't get treatment done abroad. I'd just advise people to go abroad, just to forget about getting treatment, because it's not a good idea. It's too dangerous. You just, but I love this game, bro. Oh, shit. See that? The way she jumped down? Look at her. And this is what I like. This is what I stream for. with people like you, Philip, that actually interact with me. You know, it doesn't cost anything to be nice, you know, and I think, no offense to all the other people that have come into my stream, but I have to say, I think you're the politest person and the nicest person I've ever met in my life. Look, I haven't met you in real life, but you know what I mean, like, you come into my stream and you're just so polite and you're so kind towards you, so supportive, you know, and I love that, you know. I love that, I do. Sorry about that noise, but that guy taking a bit of mouthwash. I always make that joke, because I have a sense of humour, you know, and I do. And I do have mods for this channel, but like I said, I have to wait till I'm financially secure before I can let them do their work. They won't do their work, unfortunately. Okay. Until they get paid, so, you know, that's understandable. They should really do something and then just be patient, you know. But anyway, you know, this channel will get better, you know, with mods up. I know, yeah. Appreciate that, Philip. Thank you, man. Yeah. And I hope you understand my accent. I hope it's not too difficult for you to understand the way I talk. It's not too difficult for me to understand the way you guys in your country talk. You know, like I said, you definitely are the nicest person I've ever met in a very long time, you know? Like, right now I can only trust the love of my life. My trust in my family is gone, you know? I just can't trust anyone in my family, as you know, I said before, my two brothers and sisters are adopted. As you know, a brother I lost that I was very close to, probably the closest member of my family. He passed in 2002, and then of course, you know, my mother passed in 2010, and my father passed in 2000. And I don't like talking about all of that stuff, because I was close to them three people, really, really close, you know. And I hate talking about that stuff, you know. Just, it hurts me talking about that stuff, you know. So I'd rather not talk about it, bro, you know. So, but other stuff, no problem, you know. But private stuff, like three members of my family that are no longer with us, it just kills me to talk about it, and I just don't like talking about it. So hope you don't mind us not to talk about it, because it's just difficult. I'll never get over their passings, you know. Yeah, it is tough, bro, believe you me. Because my brother was just so close to me, he was like Colin Firth. No, you don't need to be sorry. It's fine, man. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't know. You obviously didn't know. I probably didn't tell you before, brother. No. It's fine. I tell you though, you are definitely the most honest and kindest person I know on this earth, and I haven't even met you. And I've met so many people in the real world, and they've all betrayed me. You know, it kills me. Sorry, my eyes just get watery. I probably will finish up after this game, because I need to try and get, you know, proper sleep pattern and stuff. But I'm just not sleeping properly, and I'm just having weird dreams of my family being alive. It's just weird, like, it's scary. I don't think I can ever let go that they're gone, you know. Maybe in time, but it's just difficult, you know. Like, my mother was only 77 when she passed. I can tell you that much. And my father was 85 or so, or 87 or whatever it was when he passed. And my brother was only 38 when he passed, so I was only 28, you know, at the time. So you can kind of now figure out my age. My brother's 10 years older than me, you know.
Hey, was that them? I'll go see what's up. I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, go see. Come on. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the youngest in the family. My parents adopted them. They could only have me. I was the only one they conceived.
All clear over here. Oh God! We're under attack!
Look, I'm just reading your message here. I've thought about it, and I'm a bit selfish in the frame of mind. It's okay. Don't need to be selfish, bro. That's the only part of the message I can read. I can't read the rest of your message, because, again, I'm not on my phone. I'm on my thing. You know? I'm running on my PlayStation. My phone actually needs charging. Probably just completely dead from talking to love my life earlier, so, you know, I my love of my life talk on a regular basis, so You know, people think they're not the real deal. I think they are, you know. Ah, that's not nice, Philip. No, don't say that, bro. Try to pass away before them. No, that's not nice, Philip. Don't say that, bro. No, 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 no. All my brothers and sisters, like I said, are older than me. Why would you say that, Philip? No, 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 that's not right. Well, okay, okay, yeah, no, but no, that's not right, though, Philip. You know, that's not right. That you'd wish your family, you'd wish you'd pass away for your family. No, no, no. You gotta live a long life. You can't think like that, Philip. You know, I'm sure you've got a lot to live for. I certainly have. I'm sure you've got a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever side of the fence you're on. You know, it's your choice. I'm not going to judge because I've worked with gay people. You know, so I'm not going to judge. But I'm straight, true and true. I'll be straight in this life, the next life, and so on. You know, but I've nothing against people who are on the other side of the fence, so to speak. You know what I mean? You know. So, but like I said, I'm straight. Women for me, and the woman that been in my life for the past couple of years now. Okay, she's not in my life for real yet, but she will be very soon. She's the real deal. You know, I don't care what people say. You know, I just wish people would understand. You know, as they say in life, everything happens for a reason. That's for sure. I'm telling you now, bro. That's for sure. You know, everything does happen for a reason. You know, unfortunately, but also life is like a box of chocolates, like in the Forrest Gump movie. You never know what you're going to get. You're supposed to be either making or it's made, and it'll probably come out in the future. Of course, I missed them, bro. They shouldn't have gone. Like I wasn't expecting them to go. You know, and I don't want to pass before any of my family members. You know, I want to outlive them all, bro. You know, because you gotta be positive about these things, bro. You can't be negative about it. You know, like pardon the pun, bro. You know, but you can't be. You know, you gotta be positive about things in life. You know, you can't be thinking, oh, I wish. You know what I mean? Like just live your life to the full and live as long as you can live. Philip. I know they say you've only life, but only one life. But I don't believe that. I think what'll happen is the world will end eventually, but we don't know when. Okay, and then it has to start up again, and then we have to be reborn again, whether you're the same person or a different person or an item or whatever. You'll just be born into this world again. Hopefully, you'll be a living thing. You won't be like a bottle of deodorant or a piece of clothing or a button on a piece of clothing. You'll actually be a thing. You know. I believe that each and every one of us will be alive again, even people that weren't born into this world or that died early will come back into life. You know. Anyway, that's okay, and I can't read all your message, bro. Like I said, you're too honest, Philip. You know, you're so honest. Like it's incredible. You know, like honest people is all I want in my life right now. Just honest people, and definitely you, Philip, because you're honest and you're really decent, honest, probably hardworking. I don't know, 30 or 40-year-old man. I don't know what you are, you know. But like I said, I did give you a hint of my age. I told you my brother's age when he passed, and I said that I'm literally 10 years younger than him, so you can kind of guess my age now, bro. You know? Absolutely, honesty is the best policy. Absolutely. Unless, like, the person has lied to you, like, or you kind of can see through them, you know? Like, some people you can see through and you know if they're telling the truth or not. And then other people you know they're telling the truth. You just know. Like, even I know after 5 years of the love of my life, everything she told me is the truth. It can't be a lie, even though other people think otherwise. Other people are trying to interfere. See, I live the supported living, but I don't want their support anymore because all they do is interfere. So I refuse their support anymore now because, you know, I just want to get out of here. I wanted to get out of here for a very long time, you know. I've wanted to get out of here for a very long time now. And travel and all that stuff, you know, and get my health sorted. And I will get my health sorted, you know. Like I said, there's so much stuff that I'd rather talk to in private about, but not on here, you know. No, I'm not people watching, bro. God no. Why would I be people watching? Definitely not, bro. Like I said, you know, I don't want people interfering in my life. Your love life is private, you know, even if it's long distance for a long time, then eventually it becomes a reality. People don't realize it. People do find happiness, you know, and I've been through hell, like the majority of my life, you know, and I have. That's the honest truth. And you know me, fella. I think you know me better than I know myself, even though you've never met me in the real world, but I think you definitely know me, fella, you know. Oh, stun bomb, shit, I forgot about the stun bomb. I did have the next character. There we go. Anyway, I'm going to turn off my microphone because I've been doing a lot of chatting, Philip, but you can still interact with me, no problem, you know? I can't really, like, interact back because I just want to concentrate on this game for the next couple of minutes. And I am probably more than likely going to go off, maybe watch another movie or whatever. I watched the movie there before I came on there, even though I was watching another streamer play The Last of Us 2, and I forget what the movie was now. I'd have to go into my Android box. And it was just brilliant. No, but you're a legend, Philip, you know? You believe... Okay, I should ask you this question, Philip, if you're in a rush, if you're going off or whatever. Do you believe that we will all live again? You know? Because I believe we will, you know? Maybe your beliefs are a bit different to mine, Philip, and that's understandable if they are, you know? I believe the world will end. Not yet, hopefully, but it will end and it will have to start up again. Because the world can't just cease to exist. You know, it has to exist again in the future. So, say what will happen is the world will cease to exist one day, and it could be for a long time. God knows. Okay, and then the world will end up starting back up again. It has to. You know, it can't. The world can't just cease to exist and then that's it. You know, and I just believe we will all live again, but we'll live different lives if we want. I want to live a different life. I want to be a snooker player. You're an insomniac. Oh, sorry, Philip. So am I actually. Sure. I don't sleep well anyway, so I sleep during the day. If this was daytime now in my country in Ireland, because of course you're in the same time zone, I'd be asleep right now. Yeah, I'd sleep like a baby because it's um, nighttime. I don't sleep, you know. But when it gets bright, 4 or 5 hours time now, while I lay in that bed, I could sleep for 12, 13 hours straight. No problem whatsoever. It's just weird, but that's just the way it is, you know. And I am still interacting with you because you're honest, because I like interacting with you, Philip. But I also kind of want a lot of silence while I'm playing this game, if you don't mind. But like I said, we're on legend shit. Hating that. That's probably the first time that's happened in this level, where a clicker has actually woke up and chased me. Shit. Oh shit. And then I fell down the thing. See that? Shit. I'm gonna have to do that again. Shit. That's only because the clicker was chasing after me. Shit. I'm gonna have to play as Ellie again there. That was a nightmare. That was unlucky. Doesn't really die, it's just water under there. And just making sure the mechanics and all that stuff are turned down. The mods and yeah, because Ellie fell. I have to start up again. Okay, I have everything turned down. Okay. Are you talking about where I'm living? Is it quiet? Not always, bro. Believe you me, not always. My friends, my so-called friends, that don't really bother with me anymore, they live in a different building at the other end of where I'm living. I can't really disclose to you, bro, because it's kind of private. And because we're on the internet, you know, if you're in private, it'd be a different story. I'd gladly to expose that information to you, and I'd like you to keep it to yourself. So someday you will find out a lot more about me, and I hope I find out a lot more about you, Philip. Because you are a decent person, you know? You really are, you know, and you deserve to live a long, happy life. And I hope you do. Okay, no, this isn't. No, we just got this. This isn't custom mode, this is standard mode. We clicked on the wrong thing there. Now we have to go into new run, custom run. Now we're probably. Okay, custom run. Here we go. Yeah, now that alley falling from Overlook, it's only because the clicker. And I think it's because I was interacting with you, see, I concentrate a lot more. No offense, Philip, whatsoever. You know. Difficult. I'm not really into that game, bro. No offense to Resident Evil, but I have the demos of it. I don't really have the game itself. So, answer to your question, the demos, yeah, but not the full game. More into like, you know, no, it's not a bad question. Not a bad time. Far from it, bro. I'm at a good place at the moment, you know, but I just want to be financially secure, you know, and then I can get the hell out of this place, you know, and live the life with the love of my life. But they're waiting for me, you know, so it's just a matter of, you know, getting my finances in order, and then I can get the hell out of here, you know, and I can't live on, you know, I should work for the rest of my life, you know, even though so many people are telling me to stay on it. Even after I got the, which I can't say on there either, which I could say to you in private chat, bro, because it's extremely private, you know? Yeah, it's just crazy, you know, like I've been struggling for years, even before I met them, like I've been struggling really since I left the other place. When I was living in the other place before I lived here, I was getting rental allowance, and I don't know why I can't get rental allowance from here, which I should have looked into getting, because if I had rental allowance along with my social welfare payment, I'd be surviving now. It'd be so much easier, you know? It wouldn't be an issue, you know? Like, I was able to buy so many things. I was working too, like, part-time at the time as well. Like, I was better off financially back in the day. I know way back before 2002, living in this horrible place since 2002, and it's horrible, you know? Really horrible, bro. You know, I don't like it, you know? I don't like SCF happening in my face all the time, you know? Okay, I haven't seen them now for a good while, which is kind of good because, you know, I'm a very private person and I'd rather keep it that way. You know, just having STFF in my face just doesn't help, you know? Okay, this time I know we'll keep it in a few more encounters time, but I'll make sure I don't fall down, even if I'm up against the rattlers and the infected are there. It'll only be the clickers. I can't play this game. Have you ever played this game, by the way? Sorry, I never asked you, bro. Have you ever played this game? You're probably not into this game. You're probably not into The Last of Us. I'm only into it the last couple of years. Like, I was more into, like, kind of Friday and stuff. I was playing most of the time. And Until Dawn and The Quarry and all that stuff. I wasn't really into this game until probably like 2 years ago or something, you know? So, you know? But I have to say, you can't beat this game. You can't. It's just brilliant, you know? And it is such a brilliant game to play, you know? It's great to interact with such an amazing person from Wales, you know? And you don't have to divulge your age to me, bro, either. That's a very private thing between two mates, because you're definitely my mate, because you're honest. Okay. And Resident Evil's a lot different, bro. Trust me. A lot different to this game. Like I said, I've played Resident Evil, and I just found it really difficult. You know? No. It's fine, bro. Don't worry about it. You can ask anything you want, as long as it's not too personal, you know? Absolutely, man. You can ask away many questions as you want, bro. You know? What atmosphere, bro? What are you on about? I mean the atmosphere. I don't quite understand what you mean by it's just the atmosphere. I'm trying to concentrate on the game, man. Not you. It's just like, I went to bed really late last night and then I woke up at 20 past 4 today and I was like, I literally got a good day's sleep, a good, like, probably 12 hours sleeping. But I will be sleeping pretty soon and I will probably be sleeping for another 12 hours. Because that's just the way I am. Like I said, I'm a nighttime person, and the overlook is down the bottom here. And at least there's no horrible restaurant. That's not the reason why I failed the overlook in the last encounter with Ellie. It's only because I alerted the clicker, and the clicker was running after me, and if I'd played this game on a really difficult level, I would have got eaten for breakfast by that clicker. Oh, tell me, I have nothing against, but if you ever do play this game, which I hope you do one day, bro, buy it on PlayStation 4. This game came out, I think, in 2023 on the PlayStation 4, and then 2024, then this game came out in order to on the PlayStation 5. And the people had it from the 4 and they transferred over to the 5 for $10. Of course, you're in the same country as me, so that'd be €10, and that's all I paid for the upgrade, you know? It wasn't for the game, like, I didn't buy this game for that price. I paid whatever it was at the time, in the PlayStation Store back in 2023 or 2022, whatever it was, when I got this game on PlayStation 4 at the time. But I transferred everything from my 4 onto my 5, I think it was last year. Or the year before, whatever it was. And I had my...
Hey!
Look the way he goes, hey, and then he just gets killed. Being polite, that guy, and then just boom! Jesus, Joe. I think you throw a brick at them or distract them with the brick, I'm not sure. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, there we go. Brick bottle. Really, Ellie. Language. You're just, like, extremely honest with it, and that's the type of friends that I want in my life. Like I said, I hate repeating myself, but honest people deserve to be in my life. Dishonest people don't deserve to be in my life. People that betray me, like, stay away from me. I don't like dishonest people, whatsoever, under any circumstances, And I don't mind interacting with y'all through talking and through the stream tunnel, whatsoever. And you know that noise above is the neighbour from hell. It's the nightmare there. Really hard. They've been bullying me. It's a bit there. They're just,
Nothing around here.
almost got him within the time right now. I'm not really tired, so I might just stay on for a little bit longer than I said I would, and see what happens, But I am going to play in order of sequence again, like I always do, I love this game so much that I'm going to do, and I love the jackets from the next Naughty Dog game, especially one in Intergalactic. If you've seen the trailer to it, watch the trailer, that jacket's from that game. And they gave people that have this game a jacket for free for Ellie, which is great, which is really good. It's really kind of Naughty Dog to give a playable character in this game a jacket. Ellie's been a playable character anyway since the last one. And I'm glad that people are watching my stream, because I thought it was me and it wasn't me, it was just my stream wasn't streaming yesterday. That's what it was. And it said it was, and it wasn't. I was streaming for 6 hours, like I said earlier, and then it stopped, and I was like, what's going on in my stream? Anyway, yeah, I might stay on for a while, because I enjoy, entertaining you guys out there, And like I said, I'm going to say it again, The Indiana Jones game will be coming to this channel very, very soon, people, so stay tuned. It'll probably be coming in the winter time. Probably when I can afford it more. Now here I have to be careful with the clickers like I did before, Philip, but that wasn't your fault. I was just talking and then I just hung around the clicker for too long. You know, I unclicked it and then it was in the overlook section earlier, and then I just started running, and I shouldn't have done. I should have just been like a mouse like I am right now, you see. You can't run when you unclick a clicker. If you run when you unclick a clicker, no matter what difficulty you play this game on, the clicker's going to go after you. If I was to play this on a really difficult level now, the clicker would eat you for breakfast. Literally, you know? They are cute though. I find them very cute. They're like cats, the noise they make. They're not cats, they're previously humans, but it's just incredible how people from the game, people that make this game, yeah, believe you me, bro, you're in for some brilliant gameplay, bro. The game is out for PlayStation 5, people, and I can't wait to play it. So, stay tuned for that, bro. It's gone down in price, but I'm waiting for it to go down even cheaper again. I know there is a way. I don't know how you could do it. I'm only asking you. On the PlayStation 5, I don't know if you have one, or a PlayStation 4, preferably PlayStation 5. You can get PSN credit. I'm just wondering how. I tried and I just couldn't get it, so, you know. I'm just wondering if you know that trick, well, if you don't, that's okay, that's fine, but there is a way of getting, like, PSN credit, PlayStation credit to your account, or even Xbox. That's okay, folks. That's fine. I'm sure you can do the same with the Xbox too. That's okay. I don't think you can play this game with the Xbox though, bro. As far as I know, this game is only on PlayStation. Oh, is he lucky that they walked away? They didn't even see me. I'm very lucky too, actually, that they didn't see me. Yeah, this game is definitely, unfortunately, not on Xbox, bro, so you won't be able to play this game on Xbox. This is only on PC. It only came on the PC recently, though. But it's been on PlayStation since it came out. This game, of course, The Last of Us Remastered. Actually, no. Where we going? The Last of Us Remastered came out in 2020 before I even bought a PlayStation. Yeah. This, not the No Return game, just the Last of Us game itself. This No Return game is only out since 2023. I get mixed up here now. You know? They're running at all. I was killing the clicker, dopey. Well. Anyway. Oh, like I said, Philip, you can ask anything you want as long as it's not too personal. You know, 100% take on you can ask. Like I said, anything you want. I won't be able to do the stun bomb thing because I don't have another stun bomb. Damn it, anyway. So I won't be able to do the gambit for this one, but that's okay. It's only, like I said, before Marlene is the character you need to do gambits for.
Any sign of her?
Any sign of her? Any sign of her?
She'll fuck up eventually.
I don't think so, son. Yeah, no, this game, Philip, is a brilliant game. It's one of the best games you could ever play in your entire life. You know? Yeah, you can't play this game on the Xbox, on your PlayStation 5. Only. It's exclusive, was exclusive to PlayStation 5 until it came out on PC. I think PC's gonna ruin this game. I just can see people over the next couple of years modifying this game for PS6 comes out. PS6 is definitely going to be out within the next 2 to 3 years. I read online that it's going to be out, but I don't believe everything I read online. I can tell you that for sure. But I read online that PlayStation 6 is coming out in 2027. But I don't believe that at all. I believe it when I see it. It'll come out, it could be a couple of years later. It could be a couple of years earlier, God only knows, but I doubt it. But there's no way it's going to come out in 2027, really, to be honest with you, you know? Okay, the PlayStation 5 is out. I don't know, a good while now. I don't remember exactly how long it's out for. Anyway, you know, that's just Sony for you. They just want, you know, just to make money. It's all about money for them, you know? Anyway, let's continue with the game. Ready? Oh, okay, you're not a PlayStation guy anymore, bro. I'm surprised. Well, now, PlayStation for me all the way. It's like with phones, even though I had literally every phone you could think of back in the day. I'm an Apple guy. I'm an Apple iPhone person or iPad or whatever, you know? Yeah. I couldn't even figure out a Samsung phone now in 2025. I just couldn't. And eventually I get a new, up-to-date phone in the future, you know? Why did you regret buying an Xbox, bro? You know? Okay, I mightn't play similar games to the PlayStation, but I think an Xbox is good. I'd love an Xbox. So many games on there that are probably worth playing, you know, that you probably can't play on PlayStation, you know? And then, of course, the Nintendo as well, you know? Mario Brothers were definitely one of my favorite games back in the day. I was a Nintendo person back in the day, you know, and then, um, like I said, at PlayStation 1, never got the PlayStation 2 or 3, which I'm disappointed with myself in the time, but you can still buy them in the CX shops and they're all over your country too. And then, 2 or 3 years back, I got the PlayStation 4, and then I got the PlayStation 5 as a present for Christmas about 2 or 3 years back, you know? And I love the PlayStation 5, it's so much smoother, and everything is played off my PlayStation 4, so I would have I was going to give it to my friend, but now I'll probably just sell it, so if you're looking for a PlayStation, bro, even though it's into the PlayStation 4, I can sell it to you for very cheap. I'm not going to give it to you the full price, bro, you know? Oh, there you go. I'm going to find you, you know? Anyway, you know, so let me know, Philip, you know, and I swear on my life I'll send it to you. Postage and packaging and all that once I receive the funds if you want to my PlayStation 4, I have to probably just get it fixed up a bit. Commodore 64, no, but they are good computers. My brother, the one I don't get on with, I think he still has it, I think, in this country now. Oh, he used to live in Ireland. He used to have a Sega Mega Drive, which is also, in a way, a computer that I wish I had, but you can also get them in the CX shops. You can't get all these old computers anymore, at least I don't think so. And if you do, they wouldn't really work. It wouldn't be much use to you in 2025, but wow, Commodore 64, wow. You know, that's like way, way back, man, you know? I'd say you're probably similar age to me. And I'm sorry I was yawning there, you know? Like, this is my job now, since I lost my job in Dublin. Streaming is my job, and I take it seriously, and I hope YouTube start paying me soon, but of course you have to get to a certain amount of subscribers and all that stuff before you can do all that, before you start getting paid for them, you know, it's the problem. Unfortunately. It's kind of disappointing, but what can you do, you know? Ghostbusters, you borrowed what? What did you borrow? Why would you borrow a console? You better off just Ghostbusters. Okay, but I have to say though, you really are a legend. Yeah, I do need 1,000 subs. Yeah, I do. And I'd like people to subscribe. So if you know people and you know I'm a decent guy and you know I've been through hell, I swear in my life, bro, just get those people to come onto my channel. They don't even have to watch my channel. Just get everybody you know to subscribe. It only takes 2 seconds to subscribe. Oh, you borrowed a Commodore 64. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know back in the day, a lot of stores, even in Ireland, were borrowing consoles and stuff to people. Yeah, like Extravision and stuff, and um, GameStop, and that movie um, store. I'm sure they had in the UK as well as Ireland. I can't think of the name of it now. Oh, this is one of my favorite maps, by the way, in this game, bro. I just love this game. I've been playing this game since it came out in January 2023. I absolutely love this game. And then a year ago, the sorry, was it this year? Right now, am I getting mixed up there? This game is only out a year, isn't it? I'm getting mixed up with this game. I'm getting carried away with myself now. Yeah, this game has only come out since last year. This game. I'm getting mixed up here. Yeah. This game has only come out since last year. I don't know why I get so mixed up, but I am. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty cool for the actually. Wow, nice. Pretty cool. Okay, man. Right, let's get these people in my favorite map. I hate the slow-mo thing though. You know? I know the way I went good, but you got her there. That's no bleeding arrows left. It's going too slow. I'm gonna have to change the settings on this because like you should be able to fling arrows without any struggles. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go into the settings after this and see why it's like that, because it shouldn't be like that, you know. Let's do this, shall we? Oh shit, 3 kills from prone. Okay. So I can do from up here, so I can just do this. And then just do this and then just go.
Oh my god! We're under attack! Jesus! Out of the way!
I just need to get one more person before the time runs out to the gambler there. The person on top? No. Okay. I don't know how much time is left. I don't know how much time left. 42 seconds, okay. Come on, people. Come on. The reason why I'm talking now is because of you. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. You like them apples. You like them apples. I love this.
Oh shit! Molotov! Get down! Look out!
Not having the disco up there. Yeah, absolutely, Philip. Busy at that, man. Great song as well. Great song back in the day when I used to go nightclubbing. That song. What a brilliant song. Yeah, I think that's who sang it. Yeah. I'm added to DJing though, Philip. I haven't got decks, but I want to do that. I don't need to own my own coffee shop abroad, but I want to DJ on Twitch and get paid for the course and in nightclubs all around the world. That's my plan. Yeah. That's my goal in life. Yeah. My fingers crossed, you know. Sorry, I'm eating. I think I might stay on for a little while longer this morning. Just, you know, see how I get on with all the other characters after this, you know? As you can probably see, I've infinite everything on infinite this and more, infinite ammo, infinite crafting, infinite everything. Because I played the game for the 16th time yesterday and I got everything unlocked again. Like I said, everything was corrupted. You know, a few weeks back, and thank God it's not corrupted anymore because my stream seems to be working properly now. It's because of my location, my PlayStation 2. I'm getting through these encounters. Okay, here's the overlook. Okay, I'm going to be careful here if there's at the rattlers, just not to, without the clickers and not to fall down like I did before. And that just happens. It can happen in The Last of Us 2, it can happen in The Last of Us 1, it can happen in The Last of Us Been Left Behind. It can happen to any character in this game too. And like I said, it's just one of the best games you can ever play. I'm telling you now, but you know, you need to get yourself a PlayStation 5 badly, you know? Even if you hire one, if you're still hiring them or whatever. Then eventually buy one off the shop that you're hiring one off or whatever. Payment plan, whatever, you know? Get yourself a PlayStation 5 and tell you now, Philip. Because you love this game if you do. You know, would you surprise me? I know you love your Xbox and I know you probably play, let me guess, you probably play boxing and wrestling games. I'm only guessing now. I have no idea what games you play. Okay. Okay, the safe is right underneath us. That's the only reason why I'm not actually going down to the next level, but they might see me. But you might have to. Okay. Where are they? They're all over there, okay. I love the way they go. Do you see her? No sign. I have to hurry up though. Here we go. The slow-mo, Philip. What the hell? Somebody else screaming as well? I don't think I'm going to get safe.
Get away! Come on, start a sweep. Flush her out.
Holy shit! Out of the way!
Get down, Ellie.
The fuck is...
I might as well forget about safe now. Let's just get these fuckers out of the person.
Where to escape?
Kathy! I forget about safe, I'm just going to concentrate on getting these guys now. There's more Molotov. You don't even have to move a muscle. Don't even have to move a muscle, because I've only 4 more of them to get. As long as I stay prone. See, this is prone with that noise you're hearing, Philip. Well, this isn't a cheat, this is added to the game. People have the right to turn on or turn off. You know. This isn't a cheat in the game, this is an added extra to the game. And I've infinite, like, anything, infinite, Molotov, infinite, whatever, you know. Otherwise you're running out of stuff, you know. It's only because I played the game yesterday and I hacked everything. I still have 3 more to get. I love the way to go. I don't see her. I can't see me, but I can see them. They're right over there.
Look out!
Throw it a bit lower. Right there. Yeah. Yeah, it is actually, bro. Yeah. Great movie. The Last Samurai. What a movie, bro. Tom Cruise. This guy was trying to sneak up on me. See that? Sneaky sneaks. He's got one more to get, and they're right there. Look at that. Oh, two more to get. I think we need to go down now. We can just craft another one. Let's get this person and get the here we go. I'll get the safe, unfortunately. The pity I couldn't get the safe. There's just too many of them. That's the only reason why I didn't get the safe. There's far too many of them. There's about like 10 of them. And how are you supposed to get 10 people when you're on the other side and you don't want to get seen to? You don't want to get seen them. You know, if I fall down now, that'd be silly. I won't. I'm very for them. I have survived Overlook and Last of Us No Return mode. Just getting a few supplies for the next part of the game. And I am going to play for a while. I am going to play other characters. You can put characters. I don't think you can. No, you can't actually. You can just play with a character. When I can say put them on random, I can't actually. Anyway. Even though I'm afraid of heights, it's just weird. It will show me, but I've loved Overlook in this game. Overlook is my favourite map. It's weird, and yet I hate heights. But yet, in this game, unless like I was there, if I was in Overlook, if I was a real person there and I was there for real, that's a different story. I'd be like, no, thank you. You know. Even though I've watched so many films, I've watched a film on my Android box and before that my regular box called The Fall, I think it's called The Fall, and then another one where a girl was on a ski lift and her friends had died and she survived. She was a blonde-haired one of the Dallas Cheers back in the day, and she was in some other movies. I can't really think of her name, and it was just amazing. So many brilliant films out there, not just recent films, old films too, of course. I haven't seen all of it. I saw the last 42 minutes of the new Mission Impossible movie because my Android box, for some reason, wouldn't let me watch the first 2 hours of it. 2 hours and 40 odd minutes. But then it's a great movie. And they are, I would say, Tom Cruise will make more Mission Impossible movies. I don't think it's the last one. You know, he mightn't necessarily be the lead in the next one if they do make more. But I would say he'll definitely be in the next one. He wants to act until his 100s. Tom Cruise is in his 60s. He doesn't look at them. You're not older than me. Trust me, I'm not in my 60s, bro. Not by a long shot. You know, so you can guess that I'm not old, I'm not young, I'm in between. But I'm still young. If you saw me, it'd be like, Janie Mac, that guy looks amazing for his age. Yeah, apart from the weight problem. Major weight issues, the other problem with me. But it's not, I'm not like, you know, absolutely, you know, I'm a small person, I'm only 5'2", like I'm a small guy, but, you know, for me to be overweight just doesn't look healthy for me. Other people can carry the weight, I can't because I'm small. Even though my father was like me, he was a lot taller.
What do we got, guys?
And I really miss him.
Fucking
I
anyone
miss him
got
so
anything?
much. I miss my father every day I do.
You outsiders and strays on site.
No, there isn't. There's only one outsider. And there's no strays. You're getting mixed up, woman. Boss of the Raptors thinking that there's more than one person here. There isn't. Yeah, no, but you should watch the new movie, bro. Even if you have an underbox or whatever you have, or put cinema watch it. You know? You know what I mean, bro? Just for your own sake. Go and see that movie. Because it's a brilliant movie, you know? It really is. It's one of the best in the franchise. And the last one, too. You know?
No, not you too. All right, someone's here.
Of course someone's here. It's a computer game, bro. What do you expect? You know, we're trying to survive as well, you know? You know? This is definitely my favourite boss fight as well, Philip. You know, I played this all the time since the game came out, apart from when I was doing the challenges the first time I played it. You know, when you have to unlock all that stuff, and it can take a while, but...
We lost another one!
Shut up, man. Come on. I love the noise they make, but then it's so funny, people. It really is, you know. It's just hilarious, like, listen to that. Retro guy. So CP do not help. Whatever CP means. Or CG, whatever that means. Fair enough, bro. Okay. But I'm telling you, you love it. I hope.
Shit.
I hope they make a new Bond movie too eventually. I think it's not going to be in the cinema though. They're saying it's going to be on whatever Paramount or MGM or whatever company making Bond movies. Yeah, I don't think they're going to put them out in the cinema anymore. Yeah, but nothing wrong with computer graphics. Like, but Tom Cruise does all his own stunts. You know, it's not like Tom Cruise is hiring a stuntman. Okay, sometimes he might have a stuntman for the odd, a few stunts that he does in all his Mission Impossible movies, and not just them, all his other movies that he's made. Like, it's like Jackie Chan. He does all his stunts as well. I'm gonna continue on for a little while. I'm wide awake here, and it might be 5:03 in the morning, but I don't want to keep you too late, though, Philip. I respect everything about you, brother, that I know so far about you. If you need to get some sleep, get some sleep, okay? But I won't be staying on for hours, and this could be the last one, because I usually go to bed around 4ish. And if I go to bed any later, then I'll probably stay in bed longer, so I try not to go to bed any later than that most nights, So, see what happens. And even before I had a PlayStation, I did it all my life, but before I had a PlayStation, I played a lot of the PlayStation 1 games. Before I even had the PlayStation 4 as well, I played a lot of them over the years. But it's not the same. You can't really. I know you probably can now. I know there's a way of doing it. But you can't really stream PlayStation 1 games from your console onto a thing. I think you have to have something in the PlayStation 1 where you can stream on YouTube. Like, at least technology has come a long way since PlayStation 1. I think since PlayStation 2, I think it's gone kind of, digital as well, where you can stream on it. Like, I remember when games were all, you'd have to buy them, like on all PlayStation 1 and stuff. Like I said, I never had a PlayStation 2, so. And now they're all digital, most of them. I prefer it that way, because otherwise your games are mounting up in your room. It is all good, bro. Absolutely. Talking is good for, and that's all I could read. Talking is good for. Yeah, my phone would have to be fully charged for me to look at all your messages, bro, and then I could read them and I could reply to them. My phone needs a good charge, and it takes a good few hours to charge fully. Even though I know so many streamers out there. Talking is good for the soul, bro. Yes, you're right. Absolutely.
What? I think that's her. Let's see what's up.
I got your back.
Bye-bye. Right up front.
All clear over here. Hey, you see anything?
This is a bat right in front of me, and she can't even see me. See that, Philip? You have to go right up to them for them to see it. Crazy. And then sometimes they can't see in this game. Like, if this was a much harder level now, believe you me, they'd see me, like, from a mile away. I don't like the violence in this game. Killing. Like I said, I take the dogs out of the equation because I love dogs. I can't get dogs in this game. I just can't dodge a melee for 3 times. Okay, I need to do that, so. If I want to, I don't have to as Dina. Until they did the update this year, Dina was a character that I really fancied in this game. It was like, oh yeah. But then Marlene came into it and it was like, yeah, Marlene. Wow, Really, bro? Okay. Understandable, Philip. Okay, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, no, definitely talking is good for the soul. Absolutely, bro. Damn! Boom, boom, boom. I need to dodge them now. There's three of them there together. So this is what happens. You can't always do the gambits. Even when you're Marlene, if three of them are ganging up on you and they're all together, you're like, how the hell am I supposed to do the gambit? You can't. You virtually can't do the gambit there. If they're all literally all together. It's impossible. It just doesn't happen. And hopefully now, in the next few moments, the dodge will happen. Like I said, I'm going to go out there to get a few bits there. I just love the PlayStation. I love it. I'm just so glad I bought one. And I'm so glad my sister got me one last year, the year before it was. You know? I don't think it was last year. I think it was the year before. Yeah. I think it was Christmas 2023. Because I definitely know I have this about 2 years now. Yeah. Definitely, you know? It'll be 2 years by the end of this year that I have this console. And it's the best. It's the best gaming console. But here's where I have to... Oh, I can't dodge. See that? Yeah, I couldn't do the gambit.
Good.
The way they were all ganging up on me there. Yeah. I couldn't do the gambit there, unfortunately, yeah. We'll stay up a little bit longer, but I am going to go out. Because, like I said, and you understand, Philip, I don't want people interfering in my private life, so I'm going to go out. The SDA, don't be handing me and hassling me and asking me silly questions that I can't answer because it's private. You know, I know there's my supports and all that shit. And way back, actually last year, I had one that they never knew about it. And I think that the less they know about my private life, the better. And I just wish now I didn't tell them. But I didn't tell the last person that supported me, and they didn't interfere because they didn't know. You know? Anyway, I know it sounds complicated, but it's not really complicated. Yeah, I have this ps5 since 2023. Since December 2023. So kind of like you're looking at the end of the year and I'll have it 2 years. It's pretty cool, you know? And I'm extremely happy with it. The only thing I'm not happy with is my sister ignoring me and betraying me right now. But maybe she has her reasons and maybe she'll talk to me again. Maybe she's not well. That could be an issue. She may be not well. She could be having a nervous breakdown. God only knows. What's the joke, Philip? This is a joke, but we all know you. I don't know what you're on about, Philip. What's a joke, Philip? I don't quite understand that comment, Philip. Can you explain more about that? I don't quite what you mean by your last comment. I could only read half of it. I couldn't read it all. There's only half that came up on my screen because, like I said, unless a mod can modify my chat, I can't put all my time. My age? Really? Well, what's the joke, bro? Guess my age then, bro. What's the joke? My age? I just look out for myself. No, I'm not 76, bro. Come on. Come on, bro. Jesus. Come on, bro. I'm not that old now. Come on. You know? I told you. My brother was 10 years older than me. The one that passed back in 2002, so you just have to add. You just have to take away 10 years from his age, and I told you what age he was back then when he passed. Why are you calling me 76, Philip? You're turning on me now, Philip. I've had so many people coming here that I've trusted, and all of a sudden they're turning on me. Hey, don't say I'm 76, Philip, because I'm not. I'm not going to be 76 for a long time, bro. You know? Yeah, but don't say that, bro. You know, like I've enough shit going on in my life without people that I'm trying to put my trust in joking with me, bro. You know? I'm not the type of person where people can joke with me and walk all over me. I don't like people joking with me and trying to walk all over me. I don't need that shit in my life, Philip. You know, so. Go and joke with somebody else, Philip. If you're going to joke with me, this isn't the place to do it, bro. And like I said, you know. Okay, your brother might do it. That's your brother. Big deal. I'm not your brother, Philip, okay? So just stop, okay? Like, just stop. Maybe leave the stream and come back when you're nice, you know. I don't need that shit in my life. I have enough shit going on in my life, Philip. I've told you fucking everything, you know, and you're fucking starting this shit, bro, you know. Please don't, because I don't need it, you know. And I will be gone on. Eventually, I can't stay on all morning, you know. I have to get some sleep, and I have to get out in a few hours' time, because I'm, you know, love of my life is supposed to be under investigation. They found nothing, so what does that tell you, you know? Cards and all, like, we're on a case before, you know? Crazy going on, you know? They need to just back off, just let me get on with my life, and let me find out for myself if they're the real deal now. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to say any more for it. But that wasn't nice making that joke, you know? Definitely not nice, you know? I don't need people joking with me. I just don't need that. I'm not fucking like, you know, kid anymore, 20-year-old anymore, you know. And I'm definitely not 76, Philip, and I'm definitely not in my 60s either. And I'm not far off my 40s, that's all I'm saying. But I don't look it. I don't make jokes. Don't make jokes like that, Philip, because it's not nice, you know. Good on you, Tommy. Tommy is my bodyguard. That was big, Tommy. Jesus, Tommy. Ah, damn. Tommy literally killed two people in like, literally 10 seconds there. Like, your man, I think, was the brute, and Tommy went, oh. You know what I mean, Philip, you know? Like, I've enough shit to put up with my life, you know? Like I said, I've had a hell of a life, you know? And my parents weren't perfect. They didn't treat me right. But I still loved them. I still missed them. I'm still close, but they didn't treat me right, though. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna... Like I said, if you want to talk about stuff, go and party shop, whatever, you know, rumors about PlayStation, PlayStation. It was offensive, bro, because it was. You know, people joke before about me. Like, if you saw me, you'd probably go, oh, look at him, he's no hair in his head, oh, he must be that old, you know, or whatever. It's just not nice, Philip, you know, just don't joke, okay? You're a person that you're trying to put your trust in, and I'm trying to put my trust in you, and then you're fucking joking with me. And then you're thinking it's nice to make a joke of somebody's age, you know? It's supposed to be about me, yeah, whatever, bro. Doing bad maths, what are you on about, bro? Oh, Philip, you know, I think just go off, Philip. Just go off and get your sleep. You come back when you're nice, you know? Seriously, bro. Because I don't need this, and I don't need talking anymore anyway, so. And we did too much talking on the stream this morning. If you didn't come in now, I wouldn't be talking. I'd be just playing this game quietly, because I think people prefer sometimes to stream when they're quiet, you know? I watch so many streamers myself. And a lot of them, you know, show themselves on camera and whatever. I don't have a camera and whatever from a PlayStation, but a lot of people show them. A lot of people show themselves on camera and they're like, and they don't talk hardly, you know? And then they don't interact with everybody. Like, I try to interact with so many streamers and they just don't interact. I appreciate you, Philippa. I think just leave and come back when you're nicer, you know? But I'm on tomorrow night. That's my choice, Philippa. I may not be on tomorrow night. You know, this time there, and it might be. Sometimes I like to take a long break from the PlayStation, you know? Tell me running around like a headless chicken, I don't know why. You know, it's not that there's anyone else else up here. You know? Like, I do take jokes, Philip, but not at my age. Like, I got bullied in college, Patriot College, fucking electronics college, you name it, you know. Like I got bullied. I got bullied in school, bro, and I don't need that shit in my life, you know. So just in future, don't say stuff like that, Philip, you know. When we go back to school, bro, we've only finished school 25 years ago. Maybe go back to school. God, I think I can figure out your age. If you only finished school 25 years ago, you're obviously a lot younger than me, Philip. You know, damn, you know, and you can't even do the maths properly. I told you my brother's age. So just try and figure out for yourself without saying it out loud. You know, then you know my age, and it doesn't matter what my age is. It doesn't matter. You know, at the end of the day, the love of my life accepts me for who I am. You know. And I accept them for who they are, and that's it. And they accept me for my age, and they accept me the way I look. And that's it, you know. I accept them, and I will accept them when I meet them, and they better be the real deal. That's all I want, you know. I want the fairy tale, you know, as they say, you know. I just, Philip, I think just go, please. I'm not dwelling on it, but just go. Because, like I said, I don't want to talk anymore this morning, okay? Just go off the stream, come back in a few days or whatever. And never, ever, ever talk about my age, even ask me my age, you know? I couldn't care less what age you were, Philip. I couldn't care if you were in your 70s now, I couldn't care. I know you're not, but I said I wouldn't care if you were, and I wouldn't joke about it either. You know, so, but like I said, I can't shout because the love of my life is the love of my life, what I'm saying. The neighbour from hell is above me, and believe you me, bro, she's a bloody night. You know, I don't want her knowing that I'm talking to somebody on a PlayStation, you know? So, just, you know, it's kind of private as well. You know, what I do in my own home is kind of private, so, you know? But like I said, Philip, I think just leave the stream or else I can just ban you. I can ban you for a while, I can put you in a timeout, whatever. I can go to my phone and go to your comments, you know? And just ban you for a while, put you in a timeout for a few days. It's not what I want, Philip. God, no, it's just... This is what people I put my trust in do to me. Like, I put my trust in my sister, and then she just ignores me. And I think somebody... This is what I think. I think somebody had blabbed to her that I'm helping somebody out in another country, which I'm not going to say anymore about, you know? And that's why she just stopped helping me, stopped helping me out financially too. Because my sister used to help me in the last couple of years on a regular basis, and now she doesn't help me at all. She just lies her way through it, you know? I don't want you to leave, fella. Just be nice. And you can stay, you know? You know, that's all I'm asking. Just be nice and you can gladly stay. But like I said, I'm not staying on all night. You know? You know? That's all I'm asking, fella. Just be nice. It doesn't cost a penny. It doesn't cost a penny to be nice. Or not to be nice, you know? How are you? And you're saying my age was 76? You know, all this shit, and then you're saying you're honest and you're a fan of my age, and then you're asking me my age. Like, come on, like, you know, seriously, fella, hop on yourself, man. I know for a fact you're probably in your late 30s, early 40s. Not that it's any of my business, because it's not none of your business. None of your business if you have a girlfriend in your country or in another country or a long distance relationship like me. You know, people have got to realize that things do happen with people when they don't see each other for so long, and all of a sudden they see each other. It does happen, and I'm sure it's going to happen for me because, like I said, I'm going to say it again, I've been through hell. So I have. I've had a really miserable life, to be honest with you. You know? Kind of. Okay. First 2 decades of my life were brilliant, and then after that, then just things got bad. You know? The minute, like, I was in school, things got really bad for me. You know, with everything bullied like hell in school, and my parents, like, also basically beat me, you know, to be honest with you. And then I saw them beating my sisters, daughter, which was horrific, you know. But I don't condone that behaviour. Anyone who does that should be locked up, to be honest with you. You know, there's other ways of, you know, you call it, you know, being in charge of a kid and whatever, and discipline them. That's the word, disciplining them. You know, but not violence, though. You know, definitely not under any circumstances. You know, no matter what the child is like, and like the kid was only a baby at the time, like, and I was like shocked when I saw my mother like literally hitting the child. I was like, oh my god, like what has gone on, you know? Yes, my mother did hit me too, unfortunately. I never hit my mother. Did hit my father though. I was trying to defend myself, that's all. But he really, you know. But like I said, that's part of my life I'm not going to go into because it was probably 10, 15 years of my life that I'd rather not talk about. They were miserable. It was horrific. It was horrible. My God, it shouldn't have been then. A couple of years ago, back in 2019, then he apologises. It's far too late to be apologising 20, 30 years later or whatever. You know, it's far too late. Shouldn't have done it in the first place. You know, it's that simple. You know, he shouldn't have laid his hand on me in the first place. And then things would be so different. I'm going to stay up here for this encounter. Just for a change. It's the clickers. I think I'll just leave the clickers tied up. It's definitely going to be the rattlers for this one. Like I said, Philip, you can stay here. Just be nice. No more, you know, asking me what age I am and all that. But like I said, I'm guessing that you're in your late 30s, early 40s. Because you only left school 25 years ago. So, I could be wrong. Well, like I said, Philip, I trust you, bro, okay? And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man, okay? Because I really don't have many people I trust in this world, you know, and I'm trusting you, bro. I'm giving you a chance, okay? I'm trusting you, bro, okay? Thank you, man, okay? We have a good connection, bro, you know? I think if you were streaming and I was watching your stream and you were talking to me, I'd really like that, you know?
It came from back there!
Yeah, but yeah, that's okay, but I appreciate that, Philip, but still.
I see him! There!
That's right.
That's it for this encounter, Dina. Gonna be more in a moment. And there's more clickers because you can hear them. Not like there's just one clicker, you know, not on this map, you know. I'm gonna go back over to where I was though in a second. I'm just gonna, you know, get some supplies very quickly. And I can run because the clicker's tied up. And I can get all my arrows back too. Okay, let's go back to where we were. It's over here. Clicker's right underneath me. I can leave the clicker now anymore. Let's do the same thing here again. Another clicker here as well. Oh, good few clickers around.
Todd?
How come I can't play him? Yeah, that time. Took 2 or 3 shots before I got that person. They're all hiding in there. Look at that person. Lovely. Getting all my arrows back. Nice. Perfect. Okay, free Free to grab the enemy to a clicker. Okay, yeah, that sounds like a plan. Yeah, let's do that, shall we? Philip, you're a legend again. I'm sorry, okay, bro. I apologize, man. Just, I just really, at this day and age, and this stage in my life, I just find it hard to trust people. I can't really trust anybody, to be honest with you. Like I said, the only person I can trust, to be honest with you. That's why they're still in my life, and that's why they're going to stay in my life forever, and hopefully for real, very soon, it's the love of my life, and that's it. The only person I can trust, and I've had many love in my life, set of many long-distance relationships, and the girl has turned out to be real, but they've ended up, just breaking my heart, Let's give you the clicker for breakfast, bro. The clicker have a little feast on you.
Wait! Just wait!
Give her some smokes, man, right? Really, man. Because you know you're going to be back in the next game, bro. You just give up the cigarettes, you're just acting dead, bro. That was fun with the clicker. That clicker's wide awake now. This guy's gone up there and get him now and get this guy's up. Yeah, like them apples. I think you're a legend, Philip. I've got utmost respect for you, bro. But I don't need people, literally turning on me. Like, it really hurts. So many people have done that to me in school and stuff and used me and stuff. And betrayed me and shit, and I don't need that shit in my life. Yeah, I used to take people joking about stuff. I wouldn't take it so seriously, but that just wasn't nice what you were doing, Philip. But it's cool. No, you are a legend. Everything I say about you is true. I'm not going to insult you, bro. I'm a lot more mature and headstrong and all that shit than I was back in the day, There's no doubt about it. I've got a good head on my shoulders, And I can kind of see through people. And I can see that you're genuinely honest and decent. And a decent person, Philip, so don't worry about it, man. Tons of food. I don't really even need to get food this week, so it's one thing I don't have to worry about. I've loads of rice that I've got. The rice that you can buy in Aldi and Lidl. And you just warm up in the pan. That rice, it's so nice. I don't care if it's today, it's so nice. It really is. I love cooking. Experimenting with food and stuff. I know you do, Philip. You said that to me before, man. Yeah. It is horrible, actually, bro. Yeah, appreciate that, man. You've interacted with me more than probably the other, 146 subscribers, or 145 subscribers, because I'm sure you're one of them. In my channel, or viewers, or whatever, a lot of people view my channel and they don't subscribe, and they might comment and they don't subscribe. I just want everyone to subscribe, and like I said, Philip, please get everyone, just subscribe, please. That would really mean a lot to me. Thank you, because I really need to get to 1,000 and then even 2,000. Like in the next month or so would be really nice, Like even by the end of this month, be greatly appreciated. We killed some prone won't be too difficult, because what we can do is we can go up here. And we can do prone kills. I know I don't either, Philip. You're not the only one. I had so many and they all used me. That's all they do. They just use and abuse you. Not necessarily for money, they just, they just use you for your friendship or whatever, Just kind of going to be difficult to do quick 3 kills in Clone unless they all come over this direction. What I might do is throw a bottle or something for distraction, see what happens. As soon as the clock goes to 0, of course, Joel is with me again. He can be a bit annoying, and sometimes you're better off when you're playing this game not to have somebody with you, because they can be a huge distraction, because they don't help. And let's try a bottle, see what happens. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Yeah. I can agree with that. Yeah. At least I can get that arrow back. You are in the same boat, but you are a lot younger than me, fella. You know? I can do prone here, but they can often see you from the ground. I need to do one more prone kill and then I have the next gambit, but like I said, the gambits don't count unless it's Marlene. Oh. Ollie, here was. One thing though now, because I've unlocked the
Florida! Fucking him! Your way! Keep him that way!
2 shots there. Okay, here was Joel on good. 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 I know I can see them, Joel. I can see them. Even with the helmet on, you can still get them. Like, what is the point of wearing a helmet? You're not going to save your life in the game, you know? I'm an arrow person in this game. Time is going to be up now in a few seconds. Just about got that person. Boom. You know a lot more about me, Philip, than I know about you. You know my living situation, and you know, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to go down here, like I said. You know? I just can't believe you know, can't go to fire traffic again because you don't have PlayStation. Such a pity, you know? You need to get yourself one, Philip. Seriously, you know? Because you won't look at it when you get one, believe me, you know? I'm the kind of kid. And one day I will get myself an Xbox because I'm sure it's worth having, you know? What games on the Xbox, Philip, just to know? Like, what games would you recommend to play if I did ever get an Xbox in the future? Maybe Christmas time this year, God only knows. Just asking, you know, just wondering, you know? What would you recommend, you know? Actually, wait now, sorry. No, right, I was thinking of the other game. No, it's only the... Yeah, it's the Indiana Jones game that's on the Xbox. Yeah, no, I was just wondering, was this game on? No, it wasn't. Yeah. No, this game isn't on the Xbox. It's the Indiana Jones game. It came onto the Xbox. It's only come out this recently. Still eating my breakfast. At least then, if you're Irish time and I do go to sleep, I won't need to wake up and have breakfast. you can just have me dinner my fun days again. I'm going to ask me for this. Don't worry, I'm not going to start doing it. I'll have to take like it. I did that with accident earlier, like I said. I was a pickers. I hope you're still here, Philip. Yeah, still here. Well, I don't really have a favourite meal, you know. Like, I used to be a huge pizza lover. Like I asked you before I answered the rest of your question, what games have you got on your Xbox and what games would you recommend
Anything
me
turned up?
buying and playing in the future
Nothing
if I
here.
ever do get an Xbox? Which I'm sure I will buy at some stage in the future, you know? Okay, the safe looks like it's underneath us.
No! Rachel! Ambush! Hurry! It came from over there! Stop it! We'll gut you!
Knock them all down like Skittles. Definitely get safe this time, but yeah, for sure. No, the thing isn't breaking. Can I tell you why? Infinite mailing. Infinite everything in this game. You have to. I love the way they go, what? No! And then she goes, no! Mia goes, no for you, and nobody does. Wow.
Fuck.
Okay, I don't have that many games on my PlayStation. But I have a lot of PlayStation 1 games. Not quite at 100 now. Maybe 50, maybe. Oh yeah, we have most of the Millionaire games and stuff. They were brilliant back in the day. I've even got Millionaire DVD games too, and I have Ladman's game, you know, the game that he used to present back in the day. I have a couple of versions of that on DVD, you know. It's just brilliant. I haven't played it in a while. I must start playing it again, you know. And then I have a lot of video games, you know, where they play music videos and you have to guess the music video and stuff. It's so cool. You know, it's just brilliant. I love music anyway. Music is my life, like I said. I hope I become a DJ, you know, in the future. I'm a DJ, like, I was on the radio back in the day. Radio Dublin and West something community radio, West Dublin and thing community radio back in the day, you know, so. Oh, I tell you. I think that's my talent as DJing. You know, it's a hidden talent I have. Of course, singing too and dancing. But I can't dance, Mum. We're going to try this, but it will be up to the future. Wow. Oh, but I'm just wondering what games, like, you'd recommend to play, Philip, you know? If I was to ever get an Xbox in the future, you know? Just great to have you here now, and it's great that we're friends now. I don't hold grudges against people unless they hold them against me. I just don't know about that person, you know? Even though so many people have betrayed me. It would take me a long time to trust them. It would probably take me a long time to trust my sister again. You know, if I ever do, you know. I don't think I ever will trust her again, to be honest with you. I just can't see it happening. Yeah, I've got like just so many games, you know, on my PS1. One of the best consoles back in the day, you know. Back in the 90s, I think it was when it came out. It was just amazing, you know. Right games, okay, I don't know what you mean by that, but okay. Of course, I love the Tomb Raider games too, they're pretty cool, you know. I don't know what you mean by right games, but anyway. Okay, we're going to play Jesse after this. Let's have a look at the time, okay, 25 to 4. Like I said, Philip, I don't want to keep you up, because I know you went to bed around this time last night. And I was still streaming, and I think it was a bit early in this when you went to bed.
Anybody have anything?
notice my thing wasn't streaming
I got
properly.
nothing.
It was streaming the last of us 2, and it was either last night, night before, whatever it was last night. I don't think it was last night. I think it was the night before last. And the thing wasn't streaming my game properly, and I was kind of surprised why it wasn't streaming properly, because it wasn't. Dark Souls. Okay, fair enough, bro. I like that name, Amber. It's such a nice name. I love the way they when you kill the characters in this game, especially against the Rattlers. Like I said, they're my favorite characters in this game. Absolutely favorite boss characters in this game. Favorite enemy characters in this game. There's no doubt about it. They are brilliant. Yeah. Love the way she goes. Language out. Like I said, they'll be alive in the next game. Like play this game in 24 hours time, all these characters will be alive again. But technically they're not really dead, and anyway, people that act as them are alive. They're all done this studio. It's amazing how this game is put together. You should look at the making of this game and the documentary to the thing, which is also comes with the game, the documentary stuff and all the extra features that come with the game, with the update they did a few years back. Lost levels and stuff like that. Parts of the game that you can't really play, but you can kind of play the lost levels, and it's pretty cool. Damn! Love the way Dana and your one went, ah! Of course you're gonna make that noise. Somebody comes behind you with a pickaxe and knocks you out with it. You gotta go, ah! It's just funny in the game, though. I do have a sense of humor, Philip. When people get to know me, whether it's a man or woman or transgender, whatever sexual preference you are, I am a decent person. I am a very funny person. People get to know me. Okay, we're going to continue on now with Jesse. We're not going to play all night, though. I think as long as I'm awake and I'm able to concentrate and play, I'll play. Because I do need to get out today. Get a few bits, And maybe go to cinema. God knows. See where the mood takes me, Okay, I'm looking at this map. And Overlook is in the middle, which is nice. Yeah, they added new maps a year ago to this game. Or was it this year? Wait, no, I think it was this year. It wasn't a year ago, it was this year. Yeah, it was this year. Last year they brought out this game. God, I'm getting mixed up with time, the way it goes so quick. Yeah, this game came out last year with the 10 characters, and then they added 2 new characters this year. About 2 months ago or thereabouts, about March, April. And now it's June, of course, and they have the 4 new maps now. And I thought they were from the first game, but they're actually all the maps that are in this game are all from the second game. They need to add maps from the first game, though. That's what they need to do, big time. And more maps from the second game to this. That's what they need to do badly. Just add more maps. And then we're golden. I need to dodge mainly 3 times to do the gambit there, but like I said, I don't have to do the gambit because it's Jesse and it's not Marlene, so I don't have to only if I want to. No, definitely cool, Philip, there's no doubt about it, because you're honest, No grudges here, Philip, whatsoever, in any circumstances, I think I'll leave the clickers tied up for now, because every time this was, like I said, if this was in a harder difficulty, and I was able to play in a harder difficulty, which at the moment I'm not, if I was, believe you me, them clickers will eat me for breakfast by now, Even the slightest sound on the harder difficulty, the clicker will just eat you for breakfast, Okay, that's okay, bro. No worries, Philip. Yeah, no problem. Okay, man. No problem. Sleep well, and thanks for your company. Sorry for the misunderstanding earlier, bro. Do come in again next day or two, okay? I'm not saying I will be on tomorrow, and I'm not saying I won't be, but you know what I mean? Turn on your post notifications, all that type of stuff, and you know, if I'm online or not. Okay, on your YouTube channel, and thank you. If you're streaming, Philip, let me know, because I'd love to watch what games you play. You know, that would be nice. I really would like that, you know?
That could be them. I'll see what's up. Think it came from back there.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Yeah, what is your channel, bro? What's your YouTube channel, bro? What do you stream? What games do you play? Because you said you're a very private person, so you probably don't stream them publicly, do you? Just wondering. Do you have to subscribe? Do you have to pay to watch your channel? So many streamers do that, and I think that's just bullshit. You know? Like, this guy, he can... Don't do live streams. Why, bro? That's crazy. You get to know people, bro. Okay. I don't know why. That's okay. That's your choice. It's your decision, Philip. You don't do live streams, you don't do live streams. I can't hold a gun to your head. I can't force you. You said you don't do live streams, so what do you do? You record them and stuff. You know, are you shy that you don't do live streams and interact with people like me? You know? It's okay if you've got to go to bed, Philip, let's go. Like I said the other day when you were going to bed, I won't be forever behind you. I was in my own bed. Don't worry, I'm okay. Don't worry. Not that way blind. Don't worry about that, Philip. And you know that. You know? I know you're personal. That's okay. That's fine. Really personal. Do not join what you said after that. Okay. That's it. Oh shit. I think I came in the hand off the top. Oh shit. Shit. I'm trapped in here now. I'm trapped. I was lucky. I record gaming and plays videos out there. Okay, fair enough, okay. I thought I was stuck there for the two bleeding clickers were on me there. Oh, that was close. It's the first time that's actually ever happened. Name really? That's the name of your channel? Okay. And yet you're watching my channel with a different name. I'm very confused. Like, you're watching my channel through YouTube, and your name comes up when you message me. It doesn't come up name, really. That's kind of weird. I can't quite figure that out. Hey, that was a close one with the clickers there. Genie Mac. You know?
Hear that?
Yeah, you hear that? I need to do the dodge thing in a moment, but the problem is the majority... Yeah, exactly. Yes, your name comes up like that, Philip. See, it doesn't come up as name really, or whatever you said a moment ago. It comes up Philip Carl Roberts, which is a nice name, actually. Especially for Carl Roberts, it's a really nice name.
Where'd you go?
I'll do it in the next round. I'll do the thing in the next section. I am definitely, but I'm probably going to go to bed after this testing round because I'm a bit tired now. You know. You're very honest, fella. I'll give you that much. And you're a decent skin, and like I said, I hope you find happiness. And I hope we have a long friendship, because I think you're a legend, you know. Definitely a guy I could go for beer with. Of course, I don't drink alcohol, but still, Drink beers though. You drink non-alcoholic ones, any beer, you know. I know you're not looking for promotion, bro. I know that, but I'm just, you know, I just like your friendship and enjoy your company. You know, that's all. You know, I'm not gay, like I said. I'm as straight as they come, bro. And I'm sure you are too. At least I hope you are. And I hope you do have a girlfriend. And if you're not, sure, that's your choice. I'm not going to judge you if you are into men. That's your choice, kind of. You know, that's like I said. I'm not going to judge. Like I said, I worked with somebody who was gay, so and I don't judge people. You know, whatsoever. Life's too short to be judging people. Yeah, I went to grow my channel. You better do, bro. Yeah, because I'm streaming like all the time, bro. Streaming like nearly every day. Like, you know, what's the point in having a channel if I don't want to grow it, you know? That's your choice, Philip, you know? I know people will always people, but you have to put your trust in people, bro. Come on. Can't be scared of everybody. There's a lot of nice people out there. There's a lot of people that will stream to people's streams and they'll be nice, they won't be nasty. Not everyone is the same, you know? Everyone is different. We're all unique, bro, you know? I'm definitely going to bed after this encounter what's his name? With Jesse. I'm really getting tired now. All of a sudden it just hits you. Considering, like, I was in bed till almost 4:30 today. It was like 7 or 8 or something when I went to bed. It was quite late. So I got, like, a good bit of sleep, you know? 6 hours or whatever it was, you know? More than I thought I'd get, you know? I was asleep, like, and I woke up and was like, shit, 20 past 4. I didn't know what the hell. You can't help me grow my channel. I wonder why. Okay. Genie Mac, okay. But you can get other people to subscribe to my channel, bro. Like, Genie Mac, like, you know? God, like, you know? Okay, bro, okay. Appreciate that. Okay. Wow. What a comment to make, but okay. Wow. It's a big surprise. Wow. I said appreciate your honesty. Good, I'm disappointed now. Oh well, fair enough, you know. There are supposed to be 3 people out there that will help me with this channel will be my mom. I'm not asking you to be my mom for it because, you know, you have other things to be doing, you have a life. It's their job though. Mods is a job, not just to be mods. They do that as a 9 to 5 job as well, you know. I don't mean mod, I mean like they draw stuff, graphic design, whatever you want to call it. You know, it's incredible, you know. And they're very talented. I've seen a lot of their work, and they're so good they are. And I definitely want the magic on my stream, and not just that stuff, but I want, like, you know, every time I stream to have a brilliant intro every time, and then have a brilliant outro at the end, you know, so that I do get more subscribers. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so tired this morning. When I'm yawning, I'm tired. It's time for me to wind down pretty soon, Philip, I tell you. That's for sure, you know. I was going to have another cup of tea, but I think I'll just wind down pretty soon now. Get some sleep. Joe is with me again. I must be more than halfway through this now if Joe is with me. Maybe I'm not. This could only be the second account, I'm not sure. And I know definitely after this, I'm definitely getting some sleep. I can do the rest tomorrow. It's Tuesday though. You know, or Tuesday today is Tuesday. I'll probably be watching programs and just going out. Get out of my way, Joe. I know you said a few minutes ago good night, I know, but I better. Okay. Appreciate your honesty, you are honest. I'll give you that much. You you know. And I appreciate that, brother. I don't know why the eyes have to follow you everywhere in this game. It's the only thing. I guess you're probably never going to get yourself a PlayStation, Philip, and that's okay if you don't. That's your choice.
This spot's clear.
I can't force you. No? Well, it's hair. This hair is probably... He probably has more hair than me. The guy that I just killed. This guy is... I don't know. Great actor. Right, Philip. No problem, bro. No worries, bro. Appreciate you being here, brother. Thank you for being here the last couple of hours. And do stay a bit longer next time. I know you're insomnia, you know. You probably don't sleep well. You know, I appreciate that. I appreciate you just being there. Thank you and your support. It means a lot to me, man. Thank you. Because it does, and you know it does. Sorry for the misunderstanding earlier. I'm sure we're all good there. No point falling out with a nice Welsh person. And like I said, I really hope you have a girlfriend. I'm not trying to get personal with the girl, but I really hope you have a girlfriend. And even if you're gay, you have a boyfriend or whatever sexual preference you are, you know, that's your choice, it's your decision. I can't, you know, force you to be straight or whatever, you know. I'm gonna grab the axe, it's so much better than the stick. So what isn't much good for a weapon? Even though, like I said earlier, oh, they used to hate me, with a stick with nails in the chain, it was horrible. You know? But like I said, I'm not going to go in about my phone, I'm not going to go into the past. I don't live in the past.
Go. I'll watch your back.
You know? I live in the present and the future, I don't live in the past whatsoever. Past is the past. Past is the past. You know, you can't... You're never going to be happy in life if you live in the past. You know, you've got to live in the present and the future. Basically, the future, the present, basically. The here and now, as people say. You know, you can't... If you hold on to the past and you can't move on from the past, you'll never be happy. I read that somewhere. I don't know if it's true or not, but I think it is. I think I'm wise enough to know that it is true. You know? I love the way they change them. Put one of them into them, it's like, damn. You know, so I'm definitely going to go off after this because I'm probably not going to get many viewers now. But amazing Philip has gone offline. Like I said, I'm not going to force Philip to stay online with me on one, but I am going off after this because I'm exhausted. You know? When do you throw the brick at them, or do you disturb them with the brick? That's what the bottle or the brick. That's what I'm wondering. You know, let's see what happens when I throw this bottle. Let's smash a few cars first. Let's get some attention from them. That's kind of how you draw their attention. Don't worry, Joel just panics. Joel, get out of my way or I'll end up killing you with the axe. Jesus, you know? God forgive me, people, but I'm telling you. Joel just irritates me sometimes. But you miss Joel, you do. You know?
Hey,
There we go.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, check it out. Good man. You know what change? I know Philip's probably not here now, but it's mad the way they change when you stick one of them into them. It's like they change into a zombie and then they just die. It's like, fuck. Watch this guy. Jesus. You know, the colour of their skin changes and all, like, it's freaky. Okay, there must be a thing in there. That's what the game is telling me. there's a thing in here. Jesus, Joe, really? Seriously, Joe Letters? You know? Joe has to follow me everywhere. So irritating, you know? Like, get away from Joe, that's just freaky, you know? Not as if Joe was stalking me, like, I know he's my ally, but come on, like, keep a little bit of a distance away from me. You know, you don't have to necessarily follow me there, you know?
Oh my god, over here! Oh.
Come on, come out of that house, man. Yeah. I'll get you out of that house, you lazy fucker. God forgive me, people. Oh, you know? Hate when characters don't come out of their house and they're like literally trying to kill you from inside the house. Like, it's like, oh my god, just come out and play. Jack, come out and play. I'd say Philip is gone now. Like I said, definitely 100% going to bed after this because I am exhausted, people. I am not staying up any longer than I have to, you know? Even if I want to, I couldn't. I'm just exhausted. No intentions of staying up. Get out of my way, Joe. Seriously, man. Constantly in my way all the time. Extremely irritating. Joe just won't move out of your way. You know? Like I said, if this was a harder difficulty, I wouldn't be alive in this game anymore. There's nobody watching now. Yeah. Oh, it's okay. No, 100%. I'm definitely going to sleep after this. It's like 4 o'clock, you know. I did say about 4, so. Definitely after this.
Won't escape. Oh no! Christ. Jesus. Carolyn!
You're under attack!
Right! No! This place makes me appreciate Jackson, man.
nothing over here.
Oh boy.
Bring it down! Get down! Here! Down! Down! Watch out! Get eyes everywhere. Ready. Brian! All right.
Yeah, definitely lost encounter people journey mark. Bowl is coming to life by itself. Okay, so 4:15 a.m. Yeah, last game for an hour. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next day. God only knows. See how we feel. Should I say today? Should I say be Tuesday, the 3rd of June, 2024. Scary. Start of June already. Can't wait really until the winter, to be honest with you. No offense against the summer, but I'm financially better off in the winter time than I am in the summertime every year, you know. And I was financially better off a long, long time ago, you know. Like, I'm talking like in the 90s, I was financially much better off than I am now. It's kind of weird, but I was, you know. Anyway, like I said last week, I had some managed to make them get a minute for this. Even if that weapon, then it would be fine. I'm sure with all these guns should be okay. Should be golden. Upgrade this gun to the full. No, can't. Okay. Shotgun. Upgrade the shotgun more or less fully, I think. Not the shotgun, the shotgun. I'm sorry, yes, that one, thank you. It's not quite fully, almost. There, that's it. I have fire ammo, so it should be good. I want to make sure that's working. Can't craft anything else, I can't do any more. Here we go. Last encounter people. 4:17 a.m. 3rd of June 2025.
What's the story? We fucking got anything?
I got two bucks all over here.
Check the perimeter. Zach? The hell are you doing? Make sure he's all right.
Val? Quit fucking around. It's cold!
What? Nothing.
That was something.
Bonito people. I want to bid you all a nice Peaceful Tuesday, 3rd of June 2025, 91, 20, 30, 40, 56, 78, 90, whatever. You know what I mean? People that are watching my stream. And thank you to the 146 subscribers so far. I really need to get to that 1,000 subscribers, you know, Mundo streamers. And the channel will get better, you know, believe you me. You may never see me on the screen, God only knows. But you will see better content. What am I doing? I need to go out of this. Okay. Bye bye. Don't forget, subscribe, people. Get them numbers up pretty quickly. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Chat to you all soon.